Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's morning briefing.
Israeli security forces in the south are on high alert following a weekend of Gazan violence directed at border communities. First, on Friday, around 13,000 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip arrived at the border to burn tires and throw explosives, firebombs, grenades, and stones at security forces. Additionally, according to an IDF spokesperson, rioters crossed into Israel at least 3 times before returning back to the Strip. When Israeli troops returned fire in response to a grenade and stones, 43-year-old Amal al-Taramsi, who regularly attended the border riots, was shot dead. As the weekend progressed, a rocket was then launched towards the Sdot Negev Regional Council in southern Israel on Saturday night. Thankfully, no damages or injuries were reported, but as per policy, Israeli Air Force fighter jets responded by attacking 2 Hamas military targets in Gaza. An IDF statement read that they hit 2 of Hamas's underground structures in the Gaza Strip and that they will continue operating to defend Israeli civilians. Hamas now, on the other hand, is warning Israel against an escalation, accusing Israel of continuously killing, quote, nonviolent protesters in cold blood, end quote, adding that the escalation is dangerous and using fire won't bring security to Israel and its residents. Still, while Israeli officials have already indicated that they have no taste for a renewed war in Gaza, they have also made clear that Israel holds Hamas responsible for any incursion or attack from Gaza, and that no attack will go unanswered. Meanwhile, on the northern border, Israeli Defense Forces Sunday announced that Operation Northern Shield is nearly complete. According to an army statement released this morning, the discovery of this 6th attack tunnel from Lebanon meant that, quote, the effort to locate the passages dug by Hezbollah that cross the border into Israeli territory has been completed, and the neutralization of this passage will be completed in the coming days, end quote. That being said, Northern Command officials have reiterated that there are other tunnels and underground infrastructure sites that Hezbollah has built, though they have yet to cross the border into Israeli territory. Additionally, since the Israeli Operation Northern Shield was begun, the Iranian-backed Lebanese terror group has halted their tunneling altogether. Transportation and Intelligence Minister Israel Katz, among many others, already congratulated the IDF on completing their mission, and said that Hezbollah leader Nasrallah's silence attests more than anything to the success of the operation. But despite the IDF celebrations, the tunnels were no small thing. Brigadier General Ronen Meireles even said that this latest tunnel was 55 meters or nearly 180 feet deep, and even contained railroads to, quote, transport equipment, garbage, lighting equipment, and ladders into Israeli territory. A lot of resources were invested in this tunnel, end quote. Moreover, the tunnels may now have been stopped or slowed, but the threat from the north has not been eliminated. Therefore, the Army has also announced that IDF troops and the tunnel finding lab will continue serving permanently along the Lebanese border. And finally, the construction of another border wall, this time along the border with Lebanon, is still underway, and upon completion will cross the entire northern border at a cost of roughly 1.7 billion shekels, or around $500 million. Lebanon has objected to the wall in the international arena, including again at the United Nations over the weekend, saying that the wall amounts to a new violation of Lebanese sovereignty by Israel. Israeli ambassador to the UN, Dani Danon, responded, however, that perhaps instead of making false complaints, the Lebanese government should roll up its sleeves and address Hezbollah's violations. IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Gadi Eisenkot is set to leave his post this week after some 40 years of service in the IDF. Eisenkot, unlike his predecessors, has mostly shied away from the media spotlight throughout his tenure, but his upcoming departure has offered a rare glimpse into the man responsible for Israel's security these past 4 years, and it turns out, unsurprisingly, that he's been very preoccupied with Iran. In a series of interviews with Israeli news channels and in an interview to the New York Times, Eisenkot revealed just how serious a threat Iran poses to Israel, investing some $16 billion over 7 years to build up an army of Hezbollah, Shiite, and Iranian forces in Syria. As such, Eisenkot revealed that in 2017, Israel, under his guidance, decided to change its strategy and shift to near-daily Air Force attacks to counter this threat. Eisenkot revealed that Israel has over the years struck thousands of targets without claiming responsibility or asking for credit with regards to the military campaign against Iran and its proxies in Syria and Lebanon. Also in the interviews, Eisenkot opened up about his strategic view, i.e. fighting the campaign between wars, which is continually attacking and weakening the enemy by downgrading its capabilities. Eisenkot explains that this strategy both lengthens the time between wars and improves the chance of winning them when they erupt. That's why, despite the Iranian threat, Eisenkot seems to have outmaneuvered his Iranian rival, led by Qasem Soleimani, the commander of Iran's elite Quds force and the man behind Iran's military policies. Eisenkot said that Soleimani made a mistake by choosing a playground where he's relatively weak and where Israel has, quote, complete military superiority. He added in the interviews that Iran is a long way from achieving its goal to destroy Israel and that instead Iran was even scaling back, adding that he who acts against us puts himself in danger. True to its reputation, Israel's southern coastal city of Eilat has just been ranked number 6 in the New York Times' 52 Places to Go in 2019 list. And the newspaper wrote of Eilat that, quote, beneath the prismatic waters of this Red Sea resort in Israel's southern tip lies a coral reef with hundreds of varieties of neon fish, sharks, and stingrays, end quote. But the opening of the new Ramon International Airport is what made the place even more attractive to tourists, providing a direct route to the coastal city with non-stop flights from main European spots including Munich, Frankfurt, Prague, and London. Additionally, the Times added that new hotels, including the luxurious Six Senses Shacharut, will be opening just in time for the summer, when Israel hosts the Eurovision 2019 Song Contest. So all this has earned Eilat the title of a newly accessible Red Sea paradise, and the city was in good company, with Puerto Rico being named the top destination to visit, followed by Hampi, India, Santa Barbara, California, Panama, and Munich, Germany, taking 2nd through 5th. Israel beat out plenty of other top traditional tourist destinations like Las Vegas, though, which came in at number 13 on the list, and New York City, which came in at number 31.
That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.